Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Astro Conquest. Well, if you've been playing the game for a little while, you realize there is a lot of clicking involved. If you haven't started the game yet, well, let me tell you, there's a lot of clicking involved. If you decide not to buy titanium, you are going to be clicking. What you really want to work with first is your malvernite and your metal. These are the two most important resources you're going to have to collect in the beginning. You will need these to upgrade your bases. I'm already up to level 8 on malvernite and level 5 on metal. The other two here for fuels, level 1, and Viridium is also level 1. Let me explain to you how the collection and rewarding yourself with your resources works. One base, meaning your home base, on each map. So if you have one base on each map, this is what it applies to. Each resource at level 1 will give you 1,000 of that resource. Here we are at Viridium. You can see we are level 1. So I'll be clicking that for the 1 minute collection, and you'll see it go from 6,000 to 7,000 Viridium. Next up, you'll want to know that each of these will require more malvernite and more metal for each level. To make level 9 for malvernite, it's going to cost me 439,200 malvernite and 87,840 metal. There is a point where you're going to say, well, you know, that's just going to take too much time, and I agree. So at level 8 for malvernite refinery is more than high enough. Your fuel is what's going to kill you. It starts out for level 2 requires 50,000 malvernite and 10,000 metal. Now, you think that's not much, but the next one's probably going to cost me 100,000. Now, for each level up, you get an extra 1,000. So malvernite, I'm making 8,000 malvernite per 1 minute click. That didn't work out too well. It only gave me 6,900. Well, normally it is 1,000 per level. I don't know why I did that. Maybe just the timing was off or something. But anyways, that's basically how it works. So that you want to fix up these refineries first and foremost before you start making ships. You want to make the most out of that 1 minute click. Now, with clicking to produce resources, you can also build while they're refining. So you can add a gun, which I strongly suggest you don't, but you can do that while you're refining. You can make ships while you are refining. See what else. Oh, here on the on your first base, I really wouldn't bother with the sensor arrays here. You really don't need them. Next up are your economy arms, and you're going to find yourself at a point where it's going to tell you need more building points. Well, this is where you're going to get your building points, the economy ministry. Now you'll notice up here at the top I have 167 over 1,000. Now what that means is that I can go up to 1,000. So everything I do on this base, whether I increase a refinery or add a gun or if I expand these costing 99 titanium, I'm going to require 500 free building points, which is what these are. Military, this is how many ships you can build. Now military, you're going to find how many ships you can build by going over to your Astro Conquest unit list, alright? And right here, MP is your military points. Now, a little scout like this, which I strongly suggest you do not make, because it is an absolute waste, will cost you 1 building point. If you're going to attack bases in the very early stages, I suggest you go with the Penhalto class bomber. It's a very small bomber, does not take a lot of military points, and it actually does pretty good for its class. Now this would be, I would only use this on green turrets. If you see somebody with orange or brownish orange turrets, do not use these. They are absolute crap for that, and you'll burn through 49 of them like a hot knife through butter. we'll talk more about the classes of ships and that in a later video, but just to give you an idea of what the military points are for is right here. The size of your fleet and what kind of fleets to build. Bases, 1 of 10. Now if you want, I can have up to 10 bases. Now when you create a conquest ship, it counts as a base until it connects with a base. Alright, so just realize that if you find yourself saying 3 of 10 but you only have 1 base, you probably have 2 conquest ships out there somewheres and you need to find them. To find them, just press page up and they'll flash it on the screen in green and you'll be able to locate them and either destroy them or bring them home. Groups. Now groups is how many ship groups you can have. If I create let's say a Feverol class scout, I create a Lipitro class multi-role ship and a Penhalto class bomber, that'll count as 3 groups. But if I create 3 Feverol class scouts, they will group up here, alright, and that will count as 1 group of 3 ships. Each group must contain the exact same ship, so don't try and think you're going to group a little scout with a multi-role and a frigate all together and you make 1 group. You can't do that. Alright guys, well that's it for today's video. I'll catch you in the next one. Till next time, don't forget to wear your spacesuit and have fun. Bye now.